It is the largest construction site in Munich. An almost 3-mile-long tunnel is being built under the traffic hub at Luise-Kiesselbach-Platz. Cost €350 million. Construction time 6 years. In the so-called contract section 2 in the middle part of the site we find Nastasia Duda at work. The construction engineer is responsible for the day-to-day business of this prestigious construction site. I want to get out onto the construction site because I like contact with people. I like working with people instead of sitting in front of the computer calculating a load of statics. For me it's about interpersonal relationships that you get there on site. I enjoy that anyway. During her daily rounds on site, she is a link between construction management, the workmen and the owner, the city of Munich. And she always has her notepad and mobile phone within easy reach. You have to remember loads of things, write lots down and preferably clarify everything immediately. Or you'll forget something, and that's the reason for all these phone calls on my way to my station. Her path also leads her into the gigantic tunnels beneath the surface. A project of this size would not be feasible without the implementation of these machines. Mobile sources of light facilitate better navigation underground. Change of scene. The development department of Wacker Neuson is working on achieving the right lighting. There, technician Katharina Malusch and engineer Eva Marling are discussing the details of a light balloon. It is to be used on site when glare-free uniform illumination is required. At Wacker Neuson, developments and problems are usually addressed within the team. Eva Marling, for example, likes to find her own way of solving assignments. Without any real previous technical knowledge, I actually studied mechanical engineering. And as a result, I don't have a closed mind in problem solving. It can be a disadvantage because I need longer for my final design, but it can also be an advantage because I understand some things in a completely new way and find new solutions. Back on site. So now I'm looking at the formwork plan for block 112 east side, the connection irons for the bore piles. And they need to stick out by just the right amount, and now I'll measure that. These measurements are necessary to be able to produce the matching L-shaped connectors for the steel core of the concrete floor. Then, before the concreting, the reinforcing steel is formed into an elaborate total creation. Day-to-day business races by at full speed for the 26-year-old. The next challenge is a gas pipeline. 15 minutes? All right. Thank you. Ciao. Now I'm going over to the Waldfriedhofstrasse to meet Mr. Klein from Munich Town Council to see what to do with the gas pipeline. Nastasia Duda has to take care of every issue in her part of the site. The tools of a good manager include proper communication, assertiveness, the necessary expertise and courage to make decisions. Gender has long since ceased to play a role in the construction industry, even though she's the only woman among 200 men. For me it's nothing special. For the men it is certainly special, but I don't give it a second thought when I come to work in the morning that I'm going to have to work with 200 men. It's the same as working with 200 women. I don't know why I don't think about it. During my studies I had to study with lots of male colleagues, so that's why it doesn't bother me. Nastasia dived into the cold water of the mega construction site without any work experience at all, and established herself right from the start, and not just because of her willingness to perform. I don't expect my staff to always give 110% because that affects their health, but nevertheless a certain ability is required to fit into a team and to assert oneself. This is very important. Nobody here is a lone warrior. We are a team, and we can only be successful as a team. And Ms. Duda has simply adapted to the situation perfectly, also because of her personality. For about 2.5 years more, building will be going on at the traffic hub. The completion deadline would have been impossible to achieve without the full range of construction industry machinery. Change of scene. The exhibition centre of the Bauma trade fair in Munich. The some 3,000 exhibitors only have until April the 15th to prepare their products for the expected 500,000 visitors. In the next 7 days until April the 21st, the largest trade fair in the world will have opened its doors.